My first memory is standing by the door, holding the doorknob above my head, looking at lights far away in the distance. I was probably 3. My mother told me it was the city lights of Cheyenne, Wyoming. Medicine Bow is where we lived. Dad worked at a diamond mine and Mother was a housewife. My older sister was 12 in middle school. My older brother was 5, both born on the reservation. My unborn brother and I were born at Hannah Hospital in Wyoming. Mother was never a drinker. I thank Creator for helping Mother to be the sane one in our family no matter what she went through. She always tried to keep the peace, she told me once. We used to talk a lot when I was alone with Mother. I felt a lot of pain when we talked about this. My siblings and I saw a lot of constant fighting between our parents off and on, especially when Dad got paid and came home drunk on paydays, usually a never-ending cycle. My only sister would grab us little ones and run for anything where it was safe, either under the kitchen table, behind the bed, or a corner, shivering, scared, and crying. When it was safe again, we would find Mother all bruised up. Dad would later come back acting like he didn't do anything bad. Mother told me later when I got older that Dad used to tie her up in the house because he was so obsessed with jealousy of Mother. A Mexican lady who knocked on her door would say, "Can I talk to you?" And Mother would say, "No one can talk to me." One day the lady got in and befriended Mother, the only friend she began to know. She taught Mother how to crochet. These were the happiest moments for Mother when Dad was away. Mother started to pick up the Spanish language and learned it very good from this lady. Grandma did not like that because Mother started talking Spanish to us, as well as our own native language, and because Mother came back with an accent. Dad found another job with Southern Pacific Railroad, which was a huge relief because he was gone 9 to 10 months at a time. Once he was home, the fighting starts all over again. Dad kept up with his drinking off and on, fighting with Mother. Even carried a gun after her, sometimes holding it to her throat. I guess just to scare Mother. When this happens, we would run down the arroyo to Grandma's or to the Mormon church, sleeping there for the night until he got sober again. We were all in boarding school again. Then Dad was hired by the tribe, a permanent one finally. I went to a local high school. I finished and graduation came. I actually hitchhiked with my graduation gown. My parents totally forgot about graduation, went shopping for groceries. 50 miles away, I left them a message. They came and made it to graduation. After high school, I signed up for a relocation. While waiting, I worked as a teacher's aide at the local elementary school until my name came up. I left home to now become independent. Came to the Bay Area June of 1968. Finished my school, started working for Wells Fargo Bank in the financial district. I lived in the Tenderloin. It was nice and safe then, not like it is today. In December 1970, I was short on rent. I called home for a little cash to pay rent, came back from work, found a Western Union tag on my doorknob. That night, something strange happened. I was half asleep. I looked at my door, saw my parents standing there, hand in hand. I checked the door and it was ajar. I swear I locked it. Maybe they came to see me for the last time. It was kind of creepy, but I know I was not dreaming. The next day I went to check Western Union, read it only to find it was bad news. I cried, didn't care who was looking at me on the street. We went home for the funeral. That was the most difficult moment for me. I was the last one to file out. Saw Dad, said to him, "Why, Dad?" Looked at Mom. For some reason, she shook her head. I thought I was seeing things. I think, in my opinion, she was trying to tell me something. To this day, I cannot forgive Dad, but I went back to the Bay Area, and we went on with our life. The rest of the family followed. And I'm still here to this day, dedicated myself to my little family, my daughter, and 4 grandsons. This is my story. She nasha, she nasha, look at hoshon la hey, ne, ahala go nasha, ahala go nasha, she nasha. She nasha like a hoshon la hey, ne.